The experimental drug smuggling is suspected to involve the Thundering Legion. She doesn't know any of this yet. Should I tell her? Would he really deal with something as filthy as the Emerald Tear? Cecilia's former general. The commander of the Thundering Legion. Victor, you taught us how to hold a gun, how to keep going when the world went dark. Where were you 10 years ago, on the night that changed everything? Why didn't you show up? I need the truth first. If this whole thing is a planted rumor, telling her now would only weigh her down.
Un altro giro.
Get lost.
Maledetto tempaccio! Ma sempre meglio che stare a guardare quel bastardi a legioni tuonati tutto il giorno.
Shh, abbassa le voci. La città è una polveriera in questo momento. Non andarti a cercare guai.
Didn't you all cargo for them the other week? Come on, what's going on?
Ultimamente i muli sono un disastro. Le navi della legione vanno e vengono tutto il giorno. Non ho idea di cosa stiano combinando.
Inutile. Ne ho sentite dire anch'io. A Vinciateve ho sentito che stanno preparando alla guerra.
Guerra? Queensburg è già sotto il loro controllo. Ma che diavolo stanno combattendo? Dove l'hai sentito?
How should I know? Hey, who the hell are you?
That drunk knocked over my drink. Thought I'd borrow your table. And, I'm curious about your little chat. The Thundering Legion. What are they up to?
What? Who are you?
Nobody moves. We are not here to hurt civilians. Daclia hounds, step out now. If we have to drag you out ourselves, you'll wish you were never born.
Daclia spies? These guys are soldiers of the Legion.
No takers? Search them.
Captain! Daclia insignia found on him.
That's not mine!
Save it. Every spy says that.
Check for accomplices.
We don't know him. We just here for a drink. Queensburg locals. Both of us. Ask the bartender.
Yes, they're regulars. Work at the old dock.
But him is not from around here, right? Right? He is a spy. That's why he was asking us about the Thundering Legion, eh?
We didn't tell them anything.
Right? Not a word.
Give it a rest. When do you see spies running in packs? It's just me. If you want someone, take me.
I thought they'd caught an enemy. Turns out it was an old friend. It's been a while, Wolf.
Vera, former captain of Cecilia's first guard squad. Still acting like you run the place. Damien, vice captain of the second squad. You too. And you, Corinna. We split paths back in Terra. So you ended up with him. And the rest of you. Cecilia's old loyalists. All gathered here again. Victor, is this how the Thundering Legion welcomes their guests?
Took you long enough. Finally decided to join the Thundering Legion?
She's back. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
That's it? That's all you have to say?
What else do you expect? Should I roll out the red carpet? Welcome her back, just to watch her walk to her grave?
You knew? Then where the hell were you? When the Cecilias were bleeding out, where was their general? Victor!
I owe you no explanation. Alessio, for old time's sake, I'll ignore your trespass into Quinsburg. Leave.
Then what about the Emerald Tear? The whole damn kingdom is whispering about it. That your legion has its hands in the trade. That spy hunt in Quinsburg. Was that just for show? To clean your hands?
So that's why she sent you. Take a message to her. Stay out of it. The Emerald Tear, the Daclias, all of it. Leave Melania. Go as far away as possible. She never should have come back.
You. Leave. You have no idea who she is now. She doesn't need your protection anymore. The resolve she carries now, the strength, it scares even me. She won't back down just because you told her to. Nothing can shake her will. Not even you. The man who once taught us what conviction meant. Victor, stop judging her with the eyes of the past.
See him out.
Don't bother. Get out of my way. Ugh. Victor, as ugly as this got today, I'll give you something. After all she's been through, how she's living now, you didn't ask anything about her. Not once. The Victor who used to frown the second she got hurt is gone. Right. Fine. Victor. You bastard. If the boss hadn't warned me, I'd have put you on the floor. Sorry, boss. Looks like our worst case scenario just came true. The Victor now, he's like a different man. There's too much in his eyes I don't recognize. I can't tell if he's already on the other side. I got this from Tassie, the tipster in the shadow market. Wasn't what I went looking for, but I can't see through him. But boss, you can.
Crescent Port. At the height of Cecilia's power, it was the busiest free port in the kingdom. Ships came and went day and night, with inns and bars burning bright till dawn. Since Daclea seized it, every business around the port has been cleared out. Strict curfews. No outsiders allowed near the docks at night. The Legion doesn't usually operate in the capital. Why would General involve himself with Emerald Tier at all? Boss, something here doesn't feel right.
I can't say for sure, but Tassie's reputation is solid. Daclea is our sworn enemy. Why would Victor work with them? Unless, back then he was already...
People, allies, public sentiment. If we can bring General back into the fold, we gain a vital military edge.
No wonder you sent me to track down Victor at a time like this. But even with the Thundering Legion's numbers, we couldn't take Daclea head on, could we? I'd seize the chance to grab his gun. If I couldn't, I'd at least dismantle it. Make it useless. The Emerald Spring. What is that? Our family had something so dangerous?
Legend says the Emerald Spring formed from the tears of fallen angels. It only amplifies the desires in people's hearts, turning them into slaves to their cravings until they all march toward collective ruin. Our Cecilia ancestors discovered it. They tried to harness it, but found the side effects too severe, so they sealed it away. Yet others believed we were hoarding a secret treasure, breeding resentment. Once the great families banded together to force Cecilia to open the Emerald Spring, they failed.
I get it. Boss, you plan to reclaim the Emerald Spring, or destroy it. That's why we need the Thundering Legion's help.
Have you prepared a public explanation? If the Deflavin Manor suddenly links to the Emerald Spring and a mercenary group rumored for smuggling contraband, people will question your true identity.
Boss, look! That's the lemon pattern glass at my place. This is the exact same bedsheet I have. The one with tiny alarm clocks. Oh. Whoa. Boss, look at this pocket watch. Amazing craftsmanship.
Nick's Emporium, where warm service makes you feel right at home. Our mall is equipped with 365 cameras. Your smile is the most beautiful sight we wish to capture. When a camera turns towards you, please remember to smile. Dear Nick so true, our shopper's dream come true, where every wish here answers you.
Good evening, esteemed guest. You have an air of distinction about you. May I ask if this is your first visit to Nick's Emporium? I am the store manager, and it is my honor to be of service. Oh, of course. There is no obligation to purchase at all. Feel free to browse our newest arrivals, all fresh on the shelves. I admire your high standards. They are exactly what pushes Nick's Emporium to improve day after day. Ah, isn't this our SSS VIP guest?
Nobody.
Did I get that wrong? Seems I did. My memory, honestly. My boss is gonna dock my pay again. Oh, absolutely. Just a marketing strategy, specially tailored for our high net worth clientele. My lovely guest, if you buy our exclusive farm fresh milk right now, we can register you as our 131,098th VIP. Such a gentle refusal. What an understanding guest you are.
Number 7.
Yes, sir, at your service. You called my number, didn't you? You did call my number, right? Oh, all right. All right, it's my fault. I shouldn't display so much enthusiasm, cheerfulness, and heartfelt sincerity while on duty. After all, to our esteemed guests, we are nothing but cold, transactional service staff.
Cut the nonsense. We're heading to that entrance.
Understood. Please, follow me. For first-time guests, please place your hand here. This is a specialized umbrarium, designed to detect fluctuations in your shadow powers. Only Shadowborns may enter the shadow market. Your unique pheromone signature is your pass. Oh, lovely colors. One of them. It's recognition from the Shadow Market's master, an acknowledgement of Nyx Emporium's standing.
It's recognition of how much Nyx's customers are willing to spend.
Then I shall not intrude on you. Enjoy your shopping here.
Let's go. This place is full of all sorts. Stay close.
What did you just say? You want the what?
I said I'm looking for Emerald Tear.
Emerald Tear? Not here.
Don't play dumb. Terra Arena's manager sent me. Said you were the one, by name.
Huh? Didn't he die?
I mean, obviously, before he died.
Oh well, at least the man did one good deed before he croaked. How much you want? 3 boxes or 3 crates?
300 crates.
For God's sake, do I look like I own a factory? The manager didn't tell you I'm just a retailer. I can scrape together maybe 3 crates tops. 300. Listen, it's not that I don't want your money. I just can't get that much stock. And you don't know the half of it. If you want Emerald Tear now, it's got to be the new batch. The folks upstairs are cracking down hard.
New batch?
You bet. Way stronger than the old stuff. How strong? You'll know when you try it.
That's exactly what I needed to hear. My boss wants the latest batch only. Who'd still bother with outdated junk?
I tell you what, I'll take you straight to the wholesaler. But your boss needs to come in person. Hey, now don't look at me like that. Suppliers are jumpy as hell. No boss, no shipment. I'm only doing this out of respect for the manager. Once the deal goes through, just give me this much.
You serious? You might as well be robbing a bank.
That's too much for you. Think how much you'll rake in from 300 crates. To forget about it. If things blow up, I'm the one who gets dragged down with you.
Fine. I'll check with my boss. If she agrees, I'll come find you.
Va bene, sure thing, my friend. I'll be waiting.
Boss, reporting in. Mission accomplished. They took the bait and even offered to personally take us to their supplier.
You're sure he didn't give anything away?
Of course not. I followed the plan to the letter.
If you weren't a fresh face in the shadow market, I wouldn't have let you handle this at all.
But, boss, there's one thing. They insist the boss show up in person for the talk.
Not a good idea. Boss's face has been in the papers. It'd be too easy to recognize her. And even with a deal that big, a first meeting usually goes through mid-level handlers. Why insist on meeting the boss directly? It doesn't add up.
The vendor said all of the Emerald tier in circulation now is the new batch. Tighter controls, stricter oversight. That's why they're being extra cautious.
Understood. I'll cover you and make sure nothing goes wrong.
Yes, boss. Consider it done.
Boss, is today's buyer really that big a deal?
Word is, it's a wealthy merchant from the north. Real big appetite. True or not, I'll judge for myself. These eyes have seen their share.
300 crates? Damn. If the manager from Terra hadn't vouched for them, I think I misheard. First deal and they dare to ask for that many? Those higher-ups really hit the jackpot this time. This new batch is hotter than gold on the shadow market. I compared them myself. Emerald tier used to come in glass vials. This batch, all sealed in custom cases. No labels at all. Creepy stuff.
I used to be serum, now it's pills. As for what they really do, curiosity gets people killed. Don't grow any.
But I heard the old Emerald tier only worked on Shadowborns. Now, even regular folks can get powers, at least temporarily.
Shh. Someone's coming. Drop it. Kid, I'll say this one last time. Do your job and nothing beyond it. The people above us, their hands are soaked in blood. If you don't want to be dragged out of the sea tomorrow morning, stay sharp. Inspect the goods properly and don't bring trouble down on the family.
Yes, sir. Who's there?
Tranquilli, sono io, Sacchi del Mercato di Ombra. I brought the big spender. Treat her right, okay? Don't ruin a deal this size.
Honored guest. If we're here to talk business, why not show your real face? We trade in the open. Mutual honesty makes for lasting partnerships. Don't you agree?
That's a lot of cash. And those gold bars. Yeah, looks like you're really serious about this deal.
The cash and gold check out. No issues. Spending like that, clearly you're no ordinary buyer. May I ask, which market do you plan to move this much emerald tier into? Border trade, huh? No wonder emerald tier caught your eye. That territory's rich. Very rich. That's right. We serve the Legion.
Words are cheap. What proof do you have?
If there are no further concerns, please follow us to the sample room. A higher up will be waiting there. You can test the new batch first. Then we'll go over delivery terms. What? Me too.
Who's asking for me?
Watch out! I can't move!
No wonder he was Cecilia's trump card. Ruthless as always, General.
Who are you?
You self-proclaimed legionnaires. Never heard of me? I'm the commander of the Thundering Legion, General. What do you think you're doing? Showing up with a handful of rookies, thinking you can take on the Dakhlias. That stubborn streak of yours. A Cecilia trait through and through. If you'd let your guard down that much, and surviving these 10 years was a waste. Better to die by my hand than suffer at the hands of your enemies. And these two new faces, where'd you scrape them up? Family. You need to work on your judgment.
Hey, watch your mouth!
You're the boss's personal guard. You let an enemy get that close, left her exposed. That's pathetic. Your shadow powers are clumsy. In a real fight, you'd be dead in seconds. If I'd really meant to kill her tonight, your little family would be digging graves. As you saw, they were fakes. Someone's setting us up. We're investigating. So tell me, what title do you wear to stand here tonight? Head of the Cecilias. Do you know what that actually means? Is someone pushing you into this? You got a second chance at life. Why throw it away on a dead-end path? I don't think you have what it takes to lead a family. As you are now, you can't carry that weight. Take that back. The Legion will not move against the Kingdom's powers. But we will not stand as your ally either. must live. Stay away from all of this. It's me. Found the imposters. One left alive at Warehouse 2. Bring him in for interrogation. And all Legion officers, back to Quinsburg.
Boss, if we're visiting the old crew, why not just reveal yourself outright? Why all this sneaking around? No problem. Leave it to me. Uncle Barton, your grip's as strong as ever.
You're alive! Heavens above. We all thought you'd rotted in some forgotten gutter.
Come on, it's been years. Don't call me that.
Hey now, no strangers here. What's the harm? Guess the little pup's grown his fangs. Too proud for the old name now, eh?
Even if no one's here, just don't.
All right. No more jokes. You look all proper and put together. It warms my heart.
So, why aren't you with Victor? Isn't he in Quinsburg too?
Don't you dare mention that traitor to me.
Traitor? Has he not been treating you all well?
Well, he's herding us like pigs. These past 10 years, I tried to assassinate that bastard Rossass. His men dragged me back and locked me in confinement. Old John wanted to contact our old allies, and they tossed him back home without a word. He said it was for our own good. But really, he was just afraid we'd stir up trouble for him. Afraid we'd ruin the fat profits for his thundering legion. Now, he's nothing but a greedy mercenary boss. For a fistful of dirty coins, he's penned us in this cage, wearing down Cecilia's fiery spirit until nothing's left. Alessio, if you still consider yourself part of the family, don't follow his path. Better to die fighting than scrape by like this.
Karen the blacksmith. He used to work exclusively for the family. The blades he forges won't dull even after 1,000 hacks. Yeah, I've scoped it out. 60% of Quinsburg smithies have Legion contracts. Fair pay, no delays. But the specs are brutal.
Commander said the hilt wrapping material from the last batch was off. This one needs buffalo hide soaked in medicinal oil.
Always so fussy. Soaked hide means extra pay.
Yeah, we know. Payment's right here, plus the oil. Commander also said to tell you, keep that bad arm warm. The chill plays hell with old scars.
H-O-M-E. Home is the place that feels warm and safe. The one you ache to return to every day for rest.
Miss, where's your home?
Somewhere far away.
Then why don't you go back?
Because you, little ones, haven't learned how to write home yet.
She could have gone back. Could have landed a better gig.
Alessio.
Been a while, Anna.
You're not supposed to be here. Doclia's spies are everywhere.
I'm escorting someone important.
All right, that's it for today. Head straight home and no dilly-dallying on the way, okay? Thank goodness. I never imagined you'd still be alive, my lady. Maybe the boss's death was just a rumor too? I see. Forgive my silly question. You've come for the Thundering Legion, haven't you? After all, it was built from the family's old guard, those familiar faces. Because I'm needed here. After the fire 10 years ago, a lot of the family's old hands fled to this place. Some came here crippled, others sick, and a few, they just had nowhere else to turn. The general took us in, gave us shelter and work. But some of them just can't leave the past behind. Half the kids I teach belong to the old crew. Their loved ones died that night, or while on the run in the days that followed. I teach them to read, show them how vast the world beyond Quinsburg is, so that one day, they might at least have choices. He does. The Legion sends a sum of money every quarter. They call it a teaching stipend. It's not much, but enough for textbooks and charcoal. Once I asked him why bother when the Legion needs every coin.
What did he say?
He said, if the kids don't even see a future, then what are we fighting for? My lady. General. These past years, people have had their opinions about him. If you've come for him, be kind to him. He's already lost everything there is to lose.
That's Victor? Well, if he's here, why doesn't he get out? Is he doing this on purpose? Playing the villain? Making them hate him?
Accidenti! Da dove cazzo sbucano queste bestie?
They beat me to it.
This feels all too familiar. If you were hunting a sly fox through an unfamiliar city, how would you corner it? If I were the man who taught me to map strategies 10 years ago, I would. Wolf, drop the pursuit. Head to Gate 3 at the gas plant and cut him off.
Gate 3? That's 2 blocks away. Are we scrapping the plan?
Just go. Someone's bound to clear the path for that spy.
Remember the pain, but not the hatred. Hatred will cloud your choices.
Then what's the right choice?
The one that keeps those you care about alive.
Matti passi! Perché siete tutti qui? Non ditemi che siete stati tutti.
Siamo stati tutti compromessi.
Impossibile. I nostri movimenti avrebbero dovuto essere...
Generale, il nostro obiettivo doveva essere lei. Era una trappola. Ci avete fatto diventare da cacciatori a prede.
You did quite well these past few weeks. That's why I came in person to see you off. And one more thing. You were never hunters to begin with.
Sei ancora più terrificante di quello che avevo sentito dire.
In ogni caso siamo morti. Abbattiamoli! Apriamo il fuoco!
È finita. È davvero finita questa volta.
Any last words?
Lame.
Chased all this way, didn't snag a single sheep.
You two, you're working together.
Careful what you sink your teeth into. Some prey bite back. This man carries intel on the Thundering Legion. That makes him my quarry. Take your man and walk away. Look around you. This is Quinsburg, not the manor where you can run wild. He carries Daclia's filthy venom. One touch, and it'll drag your fragile new family straight to hell. Tricks aren't dirty or clean, just effective or not. As long as the goal is met, I don't mind playing the villain. Then shoot. If you really want me dead. I taught you to shoot. I know you could hit this spot blindfolded.
Drop your gun! Step away from the general, or we'll open fire!
Want to touch my boss? Not on my watch! Damien, put away that scrap metal! Haven't seen you in years. Gone blind? Can't even recognize who's standing right in front of you? Vera, even you're betraying Miss Cecilia?
Wait, that's... Miss Cecilia?
Is it really? Miss Cecilia?
General, the dangerous competitor you mentioned before is Miss Cecilia.
I only found out recently myself.
No wonder it felt so strange earlier. I almost thought the one vying for our prey wasn't a rival, but an ally.
Clean up. Fall back. Since when did you pick up that habit? What are we betting? Blind confidence.
Why did everyone leave? What on earth is going on?
Perhaps General has finally come to terms with certain things. Fall back. The rest is not our business. I second the General's proposal. We initiate Operation Castling ahead of schedule. Daclia's rumors are everywhere, painting us as Emerald Tier smugglers. It's spiraling out of control. If we stay silent, the world will see the Legion as their hired muscle, putting our stamp of approval on their dirty business. After all, a force our size has huge needs. We're already seen as their biggest potential customer. But if we fight back, it gives Daclia the perfect excuse to attack us. We've grown too big for their comfort. We're a threat now. We're out of time. They're forcing our hand, play along, or go to war. And I don't believe anyone here is willing to get in bed with the enemy.
I agree with Vera.
My heart says we go to war with Daclia right now. But my head, as chief engineer, says no. We've just cleared Quinsburg of their spies. We need time to shore up our defenses. The Thunder Matrix, the core of Operation Castling, is still incomplete. We've built the guidance array, the mainframe, but over half the external Desirite power nodes aren't even in place, let alone calibrated. It's like a cannon that's only half loaded, with a barrel that could blow at the first shot.
Answer me this. Is anyone here willing to kneel to Daclia?
Never.
I'd rather
I'll
die.
fight to the end.
Then understand this. War with Daclia is not an if, but a when. Some of you are Cecilia's old loyalists. You carry blood debts from the massacre. You lost family, sisters, and brothers in arms. Others joined us later, after suffering under Daclia's boot. Your homes were destroyed, your people hurt, all their doing. The rumors, the spies, the troop movements. Every sign points to one thing. Daclia's guns are aimed at us, and the trigger's about to be pulled. If they want a war, they'll get one. Vincent, the incomplete parts of the Thunder Matrix. I will complete them myself.
But sir,
You know my resolve, Vincent. Better than anyone. Operation Castling launches in 3 days. In full.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you! Fetch the good stuff from the cellar. Oh, this damn thunder! It's giving me a headache.
Seems while I was hustling in Freewind United for sales of the 3rd-gen Emerald Tier, our boss has been living it up. I've only been gone a few months and you've turned this place into a dump.
It's you. Brothers Conciliare Silvio. What? Those Freewind United upstarts didn't hold you back?
I brought back orders enough to fund the family's extravagance for another 5 years. But you, Rosses? I heard that name the moment I disembarked. Christina de Flavin. You hold the winner title, yet lost twice to a woman who came out of nowhere. Even our turf in the lower city is gone. Explain yourself.
That woman. Just a lucky, ambitious opportunist. Nothing more. What does she want? Nothing but money and power. Climbing on our Dakhlian name. Give her the right price and she'd kneel and kiss my shoes.
Arrogance makes you blind, Rosses. You think that woman is just a stray, who'd wag its tail for a tossed bone. In 2 clashes, she not only escaped unscathed, but used them as a springboard to claim a ducal title. That kind of precise scheming is beyond a mere greedy upstart.
Well, since you're back, these goddamn headaches are all yours to fix. You've always had a thing for scheming and backstabbing, haven't you? Now can you leave me to my drink?
Afraid not. You need to hear about these developments now.
This move by the General is pure insanity. We never saw it coming. First, he seizes our men at Crescent Port, and now he's wiping out our entire intelligence network in Quinsburg. Years of work gone. And that meddling Duchess de Flavin was at the port too. Is there a link between the two?
What's to be afraid of? That so-called Duchess is nothing but an overreaching upstart. Think she can flash a little cash and carve up Melania's underworld? An amateur who doesn't know her place is perfect to crush, right along with the Thundering Legion. We leaked that rumor about the Legion smuggling the tier to see if they'd play ball. Forget the past for a cut of the profit. Seems they're not interested in playing nice. They want to fight. Perfect. I've been dying for a real showdown with the Thundering Legion. Let's settle who's top dog in Melania once and for all.
Developing the 3rd-gen Emerald tier requires Desirite. Haven't they been poaching those gems from us for years? Their appetite grows, but resources are finite. Without wiping out this rival, our family business will never hold a true monopoly. The General has planned for years, yet he chooses this precise moment to make his stand, burning old bridges. Crescent Port, the Quinsburg Purge. Every action was executed with terrifying speed and efficiency. His motives are obscured in my omniscience, clouded by an intense, almost desperate emotional resonance. It's strong enough to distort my analysis. Perhaps he has formed an alliance with Duchess de Flavin that we are unaware of. Or perhaps a critical event has befallen him personally, one that forces him to advance his timetable, no matter the costs. He has made the opening move, but his true objective remains hidden. This storm conceals a threat we have not yet identified. Cesare, put all outposts on the highest alert. The Thundering Legion is coming.
Excellent. Bring them on.
Move it! Those firearms in the East Wing are still uncounted. High explosives and detonators go in separate lockers. Mark them clearly. Field rations, stim packs, life vests. Dan, where's the medical inventory? Squad leaders, report your status now.
Damn it, easy with that. That's high explosives. You're trying to blow us all up before we even see the enemy? Come on. Chill out. You're all wound up. Hey, who the hell are we even hitting this time? I heard them say we're hitting a Daclea dock. No idea what the General's thinking. Going after that tough nut? When they recruited us, it was supposed to be just security gigs. How'd it turn into a suicide mission, even with the insane pay bump? Is it really worth dying for? Oh, that scared the hell out of me. Thanks, man. If that had blown, we'd all be done for.
Done for? If this crate of special armor-piercing rounds gets ruined, and our frontline soldiers die because they can't punch through Cesare's defenses, that's done for.
Hey, man, have you all been brainwashed by the General? You don't even blink at these suicide missions. Folks outside say the General is a cold-blooded war machine who'd do anything to climb higher. We might just be cannon fodder for his ambition.
Feel like you're getting shortchanged? Well, you can quit now. But for security, you'll stick with the Legion until the op wraps.
Really? Is it just that simple?
The General doesn't force anyone. He's got his goals. You've got your choices.
I won't get silenced just for stepping out that door with the wrong foot, right?
You think we'd announce it in front of everyone if we wanted you dead? Our Legion hates wasting lives for nothing. Nobody wants your sorry hide. Keep it to yourself. Even the wounded. The General won't give up on them lightly. You don't believe me? Just look over there. On the battlefield, few care about their lives except General. Besides, the dock operation isn't as dangerous as you think. It's like a deliberately loud doorbell. Just to let the owners inside know we're here. The real hit never comes through the front gate,
Not the front gate. Then...
See that group over there, Comms specialists. They're the linchpin. Once those techs find the right channel, the rest of us might get to meet the real prize.
The prize? You mean Ross's Daclea? I heard he's a monster. They say he dips pizza in blood before eating it.
Rosas? He's just a front. The one we're after should have died 10 years ago. The real culprit behind the Cecilia massacre. The ghost hiding in the dark. 10 years. Damn long time. Longer than my old stint at the Cecilia Manor. It's time for payback. In blood. We've waited long enough.
Hey, you alright?
Good evening, sir.
At ease. Carry on. You'll have your work cut out for you. Those grip marks have deepened. Your squad leader has replacement parts. Go pick up a set.
Oh, it's fine. This one still works.
Up to you. Picked up those gloves yet?
I did. The day before yesterday. But they're tricky for fine adjustments.
It'll be even trickier if your hands take more damage. Biomonitor signal stable. Every frequency needs to stay clear.
All channels are green, General. Signals holding strong, clear as your heartbeat.
Excellent. Issue the receivers to every squad leader and officer now. From this moment, be ready to enact Protocol Silent Bastion on my mark.
Understood. Upon activation, all units will fall back to the 3 primary fortresses as planned. Defenses are reinforced, supply lines are secure, extraction plans are drilled. Those forts will hold. Simultaneously, your coordinates will be relayed to the Special Ops team. They'll move for immediate extraction.
They have Cesare the Ironback. If I engage him directly, deploying the Thunder Domain may be unavoidable. The odds of triggering Silent Bastion are high. I'll need your support. No matter what happens, you must keep me alive until the Thunder Matrix goes online.
Sir, I pray we never have to hear that signal fade.
What did the interrogation yield? How much did the dealer talk?
We pushed him hard, but he was small time. Knew next to nothing. But his statement confirms our intel. Crescent Port is the hub. All the tier shipments go through those warehouses.
As expected.
At the docks that day, you saw her.
Yes. It wasn't a pleasant reunion. She was furious.
She's always been headstrong. I remember back at the manor, whenever we came back hurt, she'd insist on treating our wounds herself and wouldn't let us leave the table until we'd eaten. You said something to push her away, didn't you? I know you. You did it on purpose. You'd rather have her hate you than watch her walk into danger. You never falter on the battlefield. But for her, you'd throw your life away without a second thought. You're planning to use Operation Castling as your final play, aren't you?
My cardiac device is like a clock running down. 10 days, a month, half a year. Maybe tomorrow. Who knows? Sergei was the only one who could repair this device. The day he died, The day his gemstone biotech research was destroyed. That's when my clock started ticking. If I don't get maintenance within 6 months, it won't matter if I seek death or not. My time's up. So rather than waste away in a sickbed, watching debts go unpaid and people go unprotected, I'll use what time I have left to light the fuse on this inevitable war myself. There are many ways to die. I'm choosing the one that counts. That this device has held out this long is a small miracle. So no more wishing. Just keep it going until the job is done. What happens after doesn't matter.
Why didn't you tell her why you weren't there back then? They drew you away from Melania by design. Federica made the call to let you go. Tell her the truth. She'd understand.
The fact remains, when the family needed me most, I wasn't here.
General, don't tell me. You're staking your life, not just for revenge, but for atonement.
One, 2, 3. Wait, that's not right. I hold 14 extra crates last night. Why's my pay even less than before? Are you sure the count's right?
You think those lamps run on air? Lighting fee comes out of your pay. It's basic math.
Yesterday was rope depreciation. Today is lighting. Every day our pay shrinks. We can't live like this.
If you want more money, do more work. It's simple. Bunch of lazy good-for-nothings. What? You got a problem? You don't like it? Get lost. There is a line of guys outside begging for this job.
My wife is dying in her bed. She needs medicine. You said this was urgent work with high pay, and that's why I left my old job and came all the way to Crescent Port. Give me what I'm owed.
You're the one who's dead. That money is charity from the Dakhlia Lords, and you dare complain? Ungrateful trash! Mutiny! Help! Somebody!
Screaming for help, eh? Who's gonna scream for us?
I'd usually let a little trouble slide, but this shipment has the boss's personal eye on it. Since you were so eager for death, now you've got it. Brothers! Oh, thank God you're here. This could have been a real disaster.
So you know you've caused a problem for Dakhlia. Anyone who jeopardizes this shipment dies.
Gentlemen, apologies for interrupting your morning hours. Remember that flower girl from last time? I followed her lead to contact that intelligence network and brought back some information.
Then the encounter at the docks was never as simple as General said. Just investigating rumors. A move this big? And Victor didn't say a word to me?
Boss, this report also mentions the latest development at Crescent Port. This morning, the Daclea family executed dozens of workers, protesting for wages right at the docks, including their own manager.
They killed their own guy, too? That's normal?
Indeed, unreasonable. Perhaps the approaching threat has them losing their composure. The intelligence network traced all fund flows since the Thundering Legion's founding. They've amassed huge wealth through various channels, including plenty of shady earnings. But none of it went toward bolstering arms or squandering on luxuries. Instead, leveraging the General's network across Ironsteed, they've secretly acquired several rare high-quality Desirite veins through certain convoluted means.
You mean the Desirite that forms near the gates?
Exactly. According to the report's notes, environments constantly exposed to a gate's leaking energy develop crystalline formations that look like gems, usually scattered nearby. Ironsteed's Gate of Wrath is unique, causing multiple veins across the continent. General acquired several of them. As for his purpose in buying these gems, intel suggests that upgrading Emerald Tier from 2nd to 3rd generation hinges critically on Desirite.
Enough! I'm sick of this guessing game. I'll ask Victor to his face. Daclea, the Tier, all of it. He'll explain. If he really betrayed us, I'll make him pay.
Flip the script. If the Legion smuggling story is a frame job, the truth might be the opposite. Maybe the Legion intercepted Desirite that Daclea desperately needed. When they couldn't get it back, Daclea spread rumors to force a fight.
Yes, boss. You've caught me, boss. I can still manage the manor's trifles, but adding the legwork of scouting intelligence, this old frame is truly starting to flag. As a butler, I can still share your burdens, but as the family's eyes and ears, my reflexes and methods may no longer keep pace with the times. The family needs a dedicated intelligence officer.
Heading out?
Yeah. Boss wants us to move early, lie low, and stay off both their radars.
Avoid the General's notice while also weakening Daclea's forces. Not a simple job.
If Boss says so, she's got her reasons. You coming?
Not interested.
Oh. Boss also said she'll need to borrow a patch of your territory soon. Wants you to have it cleared.
She sure knows how to put people to work.
So few of them? This ain't even a fight.
Our squad blasted them back. Happy now?
You little punk. My kill quota here's still short.
Fine. I'll spot you one.
Cesare the Ironback. Your fight's with me! I'm Damien, Vanguard of the Thundering Legion.
Here you are. About time. Let the Thundering Legion learn what real power feels like!
That's all you got? Damien, you've gone soft.
You haven't changed a bit. Still letting your fists do all the talking.
If fists can make the point clear, why bother with words? All units forward! Drive them into the sea and feed them to the sharks! Show these fools who rules Melania!
Their assault lacks depth. Main firepower is just creating chaos. This is a deliberate smokescreen. Relay orders. Triple the guard on the Emerald Tier warehouse. Let the General enjoy his little circus at the docks.
Captain, this place's defenses have been upgraded to the latest iteration from Santa.
Then we'll be the first to crack that latest version.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, the data center detects abnormal traffic. Someone is bypassing our encryption, targeting the Brandy 2's logs.
There you are. Deploy troops. Surround the comm center. I want to know what the General is really after. Remember, take them alive.
Damn it! We're compromised! The gates are closing!
We're almost through the Brandy 2's encryption. Give me 3 minutes, just the final layer.
This flimsy cover won't save you. You're dead! them hard! Show them who owns this port! Crush them! Huh? The comm center? Understood. No wonder their fighting's half-assed here. Turns out that's their real target. You lot, stay here and keep them busy. The rest of you with me. We got rats in the wire room. Time to squash them.
Hold Cesare here, at any cost! Don't let him reach the comm center!
The Ironback has spotted you. Withdraw via the backup route now. I repeat, withdraw now.
We're not finished. Just 3 more minutes. No, 2 is all we need.
Understood. Continue your work. I'll handle the perimeter threat. Vera assumes command, effective immediately. I'm buying the comms team time. Come on. Hold on just a little longer.
Cesare and General are both on the move. Confirmed. Destination is the comm center.
General! Finally crawled out of your hidey hole! In a hurry to be a human shield for your little rats?
This is as far as you go, Cesare.
You know how many nights I've spent dreaming about tearing you open? Ha! Time to make it a reality. Is that all? Fine. My turn now.
Thunder Domain. Unleash.
What kind of power is this? True power. I'm not done. Looks like you're at your limit. But I can still stand. This power is ripping me apart!
2 minutes are up.
Decryption complete. We're pulling out.
Protocol. Silent Bastion. Initiate.
The one standing is me. Guardian of Cecilia, commander of the Thundering Legion, the nightmare of so many. Today, you die by my hand.
Wanna kill Victor? You're not worthy!
General, is he?
No! Get Victor out of here first! Tell them not to get in my way.
Boss, that officer told me the location of the Legion's base.
Sir? Sir! Yes! On it!
You. My lady. He...
We should tell her, Vincent. It's time she knew the truth. General has kept this secret too long. It helps no one. You knew about his old injury? Federica commissioned a cardiac device for him from a Raman scientist, back when she was the boss of Cecilia. For the technical details, Vincent?
The scientist was Sergei. He worked on gemstone biotech in the Raman Empire years ago. When General first came to the family, his heart was severely damaged. Federica arranged for Sergei's treatment. He implanted a cardiac support system based on that gemstone biotech. It gave him a new life. It even enhanced his combat abilities. The cost was yearly maintenance and part upgrades. But Sergei died 7 years ago. General's device hasn't had a proper maintenance since.
Did General activate Silent Bastion? What's his status? Oh, this is my fault. If he hadn't covered our retreat.
Enough. Rally at Outpost 3, now.
You shouldn't be here. Stabilized. It's just delaying the inevitable. All these years, every single heartbeat has felt like being torn apart. I've pushed this body far enough. Maybe now, it's time to stop. It's the best outcome. You're getting sentimental. A weakness you can't afford. I should have died with Cecilia 10 years ago.
General entrusted me with the Legion. He and the front line are in safe hands.
Boss, the Royal Academy Lecture Hall is just ahead. A high-profile tech symposium is underway there today. Hardly any trouble. I simply happen to know the head attendant in charge of seating. 20 years ago, I taught him the proper art of folding napkins. Besides, the professor meant for that seat had his driver send his regrets yesterday. A sudden attack of gout, it seems, has made his attendance quite impossible. Waste is such a shameful thing, wouldn't you agree? Legends have a way of favoring the young. He's the youngest minister of science and technology in Roman history. Made a name for himself in academia at 16. Born into an academic dynasty, both parents are Imperial Academy Fellows. His family holds serious clout in those circles. He's the one we've come to meet today. Sergei's former student. "7 years ago, the lab explosion that shook the Empire killed Sergei on the spot. After that, all gemstone biotech projects were sealed for good. The researchers involved gradually vanished. Eugene acted fast. He publicly burned all of Sergei's research notes and issued a statement severing ties with his mentor. That's how he saved his own skin. With his talent and political instincts, he carved out a place in the Empire's scientific hierarchy, eventually rising to minister. Betrayal or mere survival? That's a matter of perspective. The truth of history is often far more tangled than it seems. Sergei was ostracized by the entire Ironsteed academic community for delving into forbidden research. No living scholar comes close to his understanding of gemstone biotech. The General is his only surviving work. All the technical data is ash. Eugene Wilde might be the last person alive who understands that system. It's said this prodigy's life is anything but flawless. Well, I'm not entirely sure myself. Perhaps meeting him in person will clarify it. Despite his age, he's already awakened his shadow powers. In the shadow world, people call him
That concludes my remarks on the future development of Desirite industrial technology.
A tremendous thank you to Minister Wiles for his brilliant presentation. We will now proceed to the special Q&A session.
Before you ask anything, take 30 seconds to think. I have a low tolerance for stupidity. It seems some of you misunderstand what stupidity entails. Good. At least there's some basic self-awareness.
It seems the audience may need more time to formulate their thoughts. Oh, wait. The lady in the front row. How bold. I mean, how admirably inquisitive.
Your point?
Is she mad? Desirite in medicine? That's the gemstone biotech, banned by the Roman Empire. The minister himself burned all that research. This is a direct challenge. History has proven, with rivers of blood, that merging Desirite with living tissue leads only to catastrophe. Any medical value is a dangerous fantasy. Not a one.
The Q&A session is now concluded. Guests, please exit in an orderly fashion. Security, please assist.
Dispense with the niceties. No one sent you. You need something from me. Then state your purpose plainly. My time is valuable. I don't waste it on games. Duchess, speaking so freely of my colleagues in my presence will not bring us closer. The failure of gemstone biotech is a settled matter. Countless datasets point to one conclusion. There are no successful cases. Duchess, I've made myself clear. There are no successful cases. Why should I believe such a fairy tale? What is your connection to the Cecilia family? Don't play dumb. In all of Melania, only a handful of families ever qualified for research at that level. And Cecilia was the only one that truly reached the heart of gemstone biotech. You have the person I'm looking for? Touch me! What do you want? It was no accident. It was an execution. The academic parasites achieved nothing in gemstone biotech. Terrified of being left behind, they dragged every pioneer down with them. What is your relation to the device's host? Did you kill him? Or are you using him to blackmail me? I have never admitted to continuing gemstone biotech research. In the Roman Empire, it is an untouchable taboo. I see. You are Cecilia's legacy. Let's be brief. The cardiac unit is over 80% degraded, with recent catastrophic trauma. Best case estimate, it fails completely within 3 months, taking the host with it. Two viable options remain. Option 1, conservative repair. reactivate the residual components using the Desirites I carry, supposedly the last compatible set Sergei left behind. Low risk, survivable, but it requires frequent maintenance and recalibration forever after. I've reviewed the original fluctuation data. It's within manageable limits. Option 2, full replacement. Based on my mentor's notes, I've secretly reconstructed an entirely new system over the years. It achieves perfect resonance with Desirites. In theory, it can fully supplant the original heart with exponential performance gains. But understand this. It's never been tested on a human subject. The risk is extreme. Failure means death. Now, choose.
I'll take option 2.
Correct. Sergei never left behind any compatible Desirites. Option 1 was a test from the start. Gemstone biotech is no field for cowards. If you'd chosen the safe path, I'd be gone already. I will commit all my skill and resources to this procedure. But on one condition. Post-op, you provide long-term data. You cooperate with experiments. You accept system iterations. For the next decade, perhaps longer, I will refine this work. That is the necessary price of sustaining his life.
Your words reveal 2 things. First, you're confident this will work. Second, you're optimistic about my remaining lifespan. Both are good news. I accept your terms.
Good. Decisive. I'll prepare the iron lung and emergency kit. Don't change your mind while I'm gone.
Once an iron lung is connected, disengagement is difficult. With enemies watching, I can't be chained to a bed.
Are you instructing me on my own procedure? Perhaps you'd like to take the scalpel yourself. Listen once. If you don't understand, stay silent. Don't waste my time. Replacing the system requires complete removal of the old one. After that, he will lose the ability to breathe autonomously. 10 minutes without breath, the heart stops. 4 minutes without a heartbeat, brain death is irreversible. Clear?
You're certain there's no alternative?
I'm a researcher, not a god answering wishes at a fountain. Don't waste my efforts. I hate wasted time.
Your method. You mean using your shadow power to sustain me? That means you'd have to channel your power continuously for the entire operation. That strain is enormous for any Shadowborn. It could damage your core. I can't let you. Wait. It doesn't hurt anymore. So this is what a calm heartbeat feels like. It's been so many years. I've forgotten what it was like to not feel pain with every beat. Perhaps. Free-flowing, immense power.
Huh? I barely touched it. How did the wall just crumble?
Huh. It seems I'll need some time to get used to this new life.
Ambush is ready. Once they're in range, we'll cut.
Roger that.
Commander, we're picking up encrypted signals. Daklia is trying to pinpoint our command center.
Cesare's circling forward like a shark that smells blood, but he hasn't found a soft spot yet.
General!
I've lain there long enough. Looks like things ran just fine without me. Daklia thinks I'm dying. Cesare likely wants to use that to wipe out the Legion for good. Then let him think he's found his opening. Vera, make that defensive flaw at Outpost 3 a little more obvious. Vincent, pull your demo team back from Dock 7. Leave Cesare a safe route. You did well.
Found them. Those rats really did stash the General in those old factories.
Sir, recon confirms their defenses there are light, but could this be a trap? The Legion's resistance has been too organized lately.
Organized? That was when the General was alive. Now he's dying. New command, new cracks. Look at those spots. If the General was still in charge, he'd never leave openings like that. Pass the order. Rally all mobile forces. We strike tonight. I'll drag the General out of his sickbed myself and let all Melania watch their great General die like a dog.
He took the bait. Cesare has moved 70% of his mobile forces from the port district. Only second-line troops guard the docks now.
Timing is everything. We must split his forces before he realizes it's a trap. If he reacts in time, he'll break out at any cost. Casualties will be heavy. Silvio the Oculus.
Too smooth. If the General is truly dying, the Legion's resistance should be breaking down. I see. Cesare, halt the advance. It's a trap.
A trap? Silvio, you're being too cautious. My scouts saw medical teams at that factory. He's there.
That's precisely what they want you to see. I've analyzed every engagement. The Legion's resistance has never truly faltered. Someone is coordinating it all, and they're competent.
You mean Vera? She's capable, but I've fought her. This isn't her style. Wait, don't tell me you think it's that DeFlavin girl. You think those veterans would listen to her? Don't be absurd.
At a minimum, hold half your forces in reserve. If it's a trap, you'll still have an exit.
Fine, but that factory's coming down tonight.
Pull up the dockside garrison deployment.
All units, breach and clear.
Cesare, I hear you've been looking for me. I'm right where you can't reach. And your dogs should have new management by now.
Commander! The Legion's main force is here. We're boxed in. The supply depot is burning. And the cargo ship holding the Emerald Tier, they've seized it.
Fall back! Break the encirclement first! That shipment, we're getting it back!
Docks are ours.
Cesare's main force is split and surrounded. They're collapsing.
Effective immediately, the Thundering Legion has a new commander. Her word is my word.
Quinsburg! We hit his nest while they're distracted!
But the Oculus ordered a full withdrawal and redeployment.
I command the front line. If you lack the spine, crawl back to Silvio. General, this time, where will you stake your forces? The port or Quinsburg?
I'm sorry. For 10 years ago. And for right now. I knew things were going south that day. Alberto was making moves. The other families were on edge. Every sign pointed to an ambush at that offshore handoff. I was armed and ready, just waiting for the order to move out. Daclea bought off my doctor. Sabotaged my cardiac device. I only found that out later. At the time, I just knew someone had a crosshair on me. But I couldn't see the shooter. I ordered my soldiers to drag me onto that ship on a stretcher if they had to. But Federica shut me down. She said I'd just be a corpse on the deck. And that dead men can't protect the family. Ironic, isn't it? The only reason I lived was because I was already a broken man. I lay in that hospital bed, my heart spasming in my chest, like a sick reminder that I was still breathing while my people were out there getting slaughtered. I had to watch Daclea devour the family's territory. Watch them tear open the seal on the Emerald Spring. And all I could do was scurry into the gutters like a rat, patching myself up in the dark, waiting for a ghost of a chance at revenge. 5 years ago, I led a strike team against them. But Daclea weaponized Emerald Tear, and they crushed us. After that, cracks started forming in our own ranks. It hit me then. I might have built this legion, but we weren't a patriot army. Mercenaries have their own agendas. So, I had to change the game plan. Because I didn't know how to look you in the eye and say it. I wasn't there for the battle that mattered most. I left you to survive on your own in exile for 10 years. I found the bastards who did it. But I couldn't pull the trigger for you. Back then, I could barely keep my own heart beating. Even now, I talk a big game about avenging Cecilia. Yet I'm still leaning on you, just to keep the Thundering Legion from falling apart. Right. All I did was hold on to a heavy past. But you're different. You're building a future. You've grown stronger than I ever imagined. And you've walked a path I couldn't see. I thought pushing you away, facing every danger alone, that was the best way to protect you. You're right. I've been a prisoner of the past. 10 years ago, I failed the family. I let you drift alone. That guilt gnawed at me like a venomous snake. Every day, I built the Legion, claiming it was for revenge. But it was a penance, a sacrifice to atone. But you showed me another way. A path that actually leads forward. The Cecilias are being reborn through you. And because of you, so am I. Victor Orlov, hereby vow on my life and honor that my loyalty belongs once more to the Cecilia family until my last breath. My boss. Our plan is called castling. You're right. The port and the ship were just the opening moves. Remember the intel the comms team nearly died for? It wasn't just a route chart. It was the specific communication code for the Brandy 2. Our real target is on that ship. Alberto Daclia. The true power behind the Daclia family. Alberto found a way to survive. For 10 years, he's been in the shadows, never stopping his work on the tier. Look at this. The 3rd generation Emerald tier. More potent, built on the same tech, even showing his obsessive refinements. Not something Rosas could do. Then there's Silvio. A mind like his, why serve a puppet? Unless his loyalty was never to the man on stage. He isn't even in Melania. He's on a ship, traveling between Notus and Santa. A vessel at sea, no fixed position, the perfect mobile fortress and lab. Operation Castling is essentially a decapitation strike on Alberto. Exactly. From my past understanding, nothing can force Alberto's hand. He's unpredictable, brilliant, a master strategist with layers upon layers. Family ties won't move him. He doesn't care about Rosas. Wealth can't sway him. He can always make more tier. I doubt power over the family is even his end goal. Use the only thing he can't resist. A challenge to his life's work. A refutation of his core belief. I'll send him Sergei's final thesis, proving the tier and gemstone biotech are fundamentally flawed. A dead end. Of course, it's a total fabrication. I don't have Sergei's secret notes. I'm using an academic trap he can't ignore to force a face-to-face meeting. It's a gamble, but I'm betting his curiosity for truth outweighs his caution. The meeting point is here, the wreck site of the Brandy. A place with deep meaning for him and for Cecilia. You see right through me. The real kill shot in castling is a system called the Thunder Matrix. Its foundation comes from research notes by the Sicilia's former general, Salvatore. His theories on using technology to engineer an artificial storm. The Legion will deploy the Thunder Matrix in the waters around the meeting point. It's a high-powered discharge system, integrated into an array of seabed mines. Using a specialized core, it links hundreds of Desirites into an energy network across the seabed. A single trigger point can amplify the discharge into a chain storm covering the entire zone. Once activated, that stretch of ocean won't be a battlefield. It'll be a thunderstorm of our own making. A purgatory. Yes. If all goes to plan, when he steps into the trap, the Matrix activates, creating a thunderstorm field that gives me the ultimate advantage. That's the moment. If things go wrong, I'll use my own heart to ignite a blast that vaporizes everything in that sea. A last resort. It's the most effective path. My life was a debt owed from 10 years ago. I understand. But this is our only chance. Vincent has already sent the invitation to the Brandy 2, as planned. My move is made. It was for the Emerald Spring, a natural wonder discovered by Cecilia's ancestors, teeming with the raw power of desire. It vastly amplifies Shadowborn's strength, but for any ordinary mortal who dares touch it, it's instant death. Legend says the Cecilia family once tried to harness it, but the side effects were too severe, so they sealed it away. Yet the other families saw it as hoarding a treasure, and resentment festered. Daclia, or rather Alberto, he wanted to study the spring, but your mother refused him. That was one of the reasons the rebels made their move. The other families had their own motives. on an offshore island near Specchio. The Thunder Matrix's core array is deployed in those same waters. No. That's a stronghold Daclia has fortified for a decade. Guards everywhere, firepower to match. This fight should be mine to wage for you. Spoken like a true heir to Cecilia. What's your plan? The Emerald Spring isn't ordinary water. It's a core of raw energy. You can't destroy it from the outside with guns or bombs. You know how dangerous this is. One slip, and you die on that island. I know. But I am keeping the Thunder Matrix online as a contingency. To lure the prey, you must be willing to bleed the bait. Ordinary traps, snipers, assassins. He and Silvio have accounted for them all. He always has a contingency. Using reasonable means against him, the odds are low. I must do something completely unreasonable. Something so insane it's beyond Alberto and Silvio's rational calculations. Just like how Alberto used an outrageous method to outmaneuver your mother, Federica. To kill him, you need the extreme.
If this is another basic post-op question, I suggest you read the manual I left. The new cardiac device has 278% better synergy with Desirites than the old model. Energy output is stable, with an exceptionally high peak tolerance. The initial activation shock, yes, his body should withstand it. But maintaining it is another story. It will continuously drain his life force to recharge. You'll burn like a candle. The rate depends on the Matrix's scale and your control precision. As for survival, if you mean the odds of his heart not exploding after the operation, based on current data, it's about 60%. If you mean survive in perfect health, that's beyond the scope of my calculations. I'm not a genie. I can only say the General has the hardware to execute this maneuver, along with a massively high risk of death.
That will do. Correct. Once activated, the Matrix will disrupt most electronics and communications, and create visual and energy barriers. It will become our domain.
General, my lady, the Brandy 2 has responded. The reply reads, "Invitation accepted." The coordinates are set for the shipwreck site.
This coded message reeks of an obvious trap. There's no logical reason for the boss to trust it. The General's actions defy standard logic. His motives are opaque. It's a message for the boss. Let him be the judge. The board must be reassessed.
General, reporting an anomaly. Our transmitted message was intercepted. However, the interceptor didn't block it. They let it pass through to the Brandy 2. Could this be a countertrap of some sort?
Perhaps the interceptor fails to grasp Alberto's obsessive curiosity for the so-called truth. Our plan isn't sophisticated. It simply lands in a blind spot of Silvio's omni-sight. Furthermore, as instructed, we sent a second message to the Daclias, one they cannot ignore. The die is cast. Since Alberto has accepted the invitation, we'll meet at the shipwreck.
Understood, boss.
Vincent, report our course.
General, 74 kilometers to the destination. Current speed 15 knots, accounting for crosswinds, ETA 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Urgent! Quinsburg HQ is under attack by Cesare and his elites. First defensive line is breached.
Cesare reached Quinsburg earlier than I projected. Silvio's tactical focus should be the naval encirclement. Why is he allowing Cesare to split forces and strike our rear? Quinsburg houses the Legion's families. We cannot lose it, even if we must abandon the port.
Reinforcements! They're here! Huh, they're not Legion, but they've halted Cesare's advance. Victor, we've got Quinsburg. You just keep your eyes on that old box at sea. Boss had us deployed here to set up defenses long before you even called for backup. Well, I'm gonna pound a dent into that tin can Cesare calls armor.
Roger that. Quinsburg is in your hands. Thank you.
The General's still wounded. His forces are scattered. Time to trash their stronghold.
Cesare, you are violating direct orders. You should not be in Quinsburg.
Silvio, trust me on this. Once I take Quinsburg, the General will come crawling back, even if it kills him. The men the General sent back aren't even here yet, and I'm already standing on his doorstep. No one saw this coming. Not even you.
Bravo block, 5-man squad. Leader's a lefty with flashbangs on his belt. Red gloves, they're yours.
All right. You're the boss's pick for commander. The next time, nobody, spare me the lefty detail. Makes me sound like a rookie.
Wolf, 3 men, low wall, 30 meters ahead to the right. Gardner, you have covering fire for the left front sector. Tic-tac, restrict enemy movement, now!
It seems our guests are a bit too enthusiastic. In that case, as the host, I must prepare a grand welcome for them. The welcome props are in position. 3, 2, 1...
Kitchen's closed. Staff only.
General of the Cecilias. A full decade. You possess more patience than I credited. It seems I overestimated time and underestimated your loyalty.
My loyalty was forged the day you raised your blade. It was never meant to be sheathed again.
These waters that swallowed your former family do serve as a fittingly symbolic stage, I suppose. Sergei's manuscript is a forgery. I know. Your thesis on the Emerald Tier's foundational flaw is riddled with holes. But to use academic debate as bait, well, your insight into my thirst for knowledge is surprising. I admit, I'm even somewhat impressed.
You're an executioner, drenched in blood, hiding behind a scholar's robes. The facade is transparent to all.
Behold, General. Look upon my work. This iteration of the Emerald Tier has brought me to the threshold. A door to evolution for all mankind. One that requires no key. I will make the power of the Shadowborn accessible to every ordinary person. Is that not the ultimate mercy? The grandest evolution?
You call it evolution? Testing on living subjects, catalyzing desire, creating monsters. You trample on the most fundamental dignity of life.
Dignity? Oh. A moral shackle from a bygone era. True power never concerns itself with what lies beneath its feet. I have never sought the right or wrong answer. I seek the very boundary of possibility. The Emerald Tier,
So what if it is flawed, as you claim? What if it leads to ruin? Ruin itself is the most exquisite data, a necessary step toward the next stable form. Just as you stand here now, driven by something as primal as vengeance. What a fascinating specimen you are. You fight for the past, for petty grievances. I have long since transcended such limited dimensions. Where you see sin, I see progress.
A future you define, you curate, stripped of all humanity. That isn't evolution. It's tyranny. If your power means becoming mindless puppets in your lab, then I pray humanity remains weak forever. At least we would retain the right to choose what we fight for, weep for, and die for.
So tedious talking to a stubborn relic like you. Honestly, I held out a sliver of hope. I thought you might grasp the scope of my work. Perhaps even assist. A man of your caliber should be at my side, building a legacy. That failing heart of yours? With the Emerald Tear, I could have mended that too. You didn't have to end your story here today.
So it was you who had my cardiac device sabotaged all those years ago.
Well, you were one of the Cecilia's greatest assets. Removing you was simply prudent. Enough of that. Let's get to business. The forged projection you sent is laughable, but a few core parameters in it could only come from a subject who's actually used Desirite and survived for over a decade. I'd heard you were on death's door, yet here you stand facing me. Desirite is sustaining your life, which means it holds real promise for the Emerald Tear research. General, you are a walking miracle, a vital piece in perfecting my Emerald Tear. Just dissect your heart, and I can fix every flaw in the evolution.
Now, try and test your evolution against the judgment of the past.
They were ordinary people once. The third generation Emerald Tear gave each the potential to become Shadowborn. That is progress. A gift of equality. True, many could not bear the whispers of desire that accompany the power, and they succumbed to madness. No matter. My ability immerses them in an eternal dream. Within it, there is no pain, no doubt, only absolute loyalty to me. Now, let them dance for me in their wild trance!
My lady, the core sector is just ahead. The garrison here is half what we expected. Looks like the general is tying up a lot of their forces out there.
God, looks like it's alive. Calling to me. No, this damn green sludge. What's so good about it?
Step back. If you have to, use pain to keep yourselves awake. The Emerald Spring will affect you in every way. Smell, sound, even your most precious memories. This is a taboo artifact Cecilia sealed away long ago. Anyone with a weak mind dies just by getting close.
Cecilia paid such a heavy price because of it, only for it to fall into the hands of those thieves and become a deadly poison.
My lady, this thing is like a high-density sludge, and its influence is so severe. Can we really destroy it?
No, I'm staying with you. The General is risking his life out at sea. How can I just leave you behind and run? All right. But promise me you'll make it back safe.
It worked. My power is draining so fast. Is this the price of using the key?
Alberto, you're using them as shields? Shells stripped of their will?
Stable output, exceptional control precision. Sergei's creation remains dazzling, even half-finished. Pity it's still powered by such antiquated sentiments.
Go. Do what I cannot do. I will hold the line here.
You're a decoy.
You're too arrogant. Did you think I was your only opponent? Wrong. The whole Cecilia family wants you dead.
Damn it. Damn it! My Emerald Spring! My experiments! And the raw materials. Accelerate the experiments before they run out. No. There's still a residual amount that can be salvaged. I can still adjust the experimental plan. You have destroyed the future of humanity. I will tear you all to pieces!
Alberto, lie down with everything you've destroyed. Thunder Matrix. Activate. Alberto is in the water.
Roger. Standing by at the cave exit.
How considerate of the General. He's even mapped out my final path. My thanks for his utmost care. A friendly reminder. You miscalculated one thing. You may have destroyed the Emerald Spring, but do you know what happens when tons of high-concentration raw tear instantly vaporizes and merges with the seawater? Take your time.
Why does that good-for-nothing get to be captain? I want his position. No, the General's. Give me the Thundering Legion, right now!
Father, is that you? You said the weak don't deserve to live. I'll prove it. I'm stronger than my brother 100 times over.
Something's crawling under my skin. It's a gem. It's taking root in my veins. Gotta pluck it out. Gotta pluck it all out.
Captain, I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. I wanted to surpass you, yes, but I'd never want to hurt you.
My head. Where am I?
The gem on my arm is gone. Was it all a hallucination?
Wake up. Breathe. Look at me. Open your eyes. I'm not a man who lives with regrets, but I've spent the last 10 years drowning in one. Why wasn't I there with you that night? I should have gotten there sooner. I swore. I will help you rebuild the Cecilias. I'll clear every obstacle from your path. I'll do anything you want. Wake up. Please. How are you feeling? The medics said you pushed your mind to the breaking point. Warned there might be side effects. Snow? We're out on the open sea. There's no snow here. Wait. What are you... Damn it. If you're already in my head, then look. This is who I really am. A ghost who crawled out of a mass grave. That is the snow of Ironsteed. When I was 18, I was naive enough to think a fast blade could cut through any injustice. The crowds cheered, called me a hero. I actually believed I was defending my homeland. But I was wrong. Out of all of them, I was the only one left breathing. Not because the enemy outmatched us, because we were stabbed in the back. Those politicians, sipping wine in their warm halls, they feared my reputation, feared the Legion. One forged letter, one fake deployment order, and an entire army of my soldiers was slaughtered. I dragged myself home, only to be branded a traitor. The soldiers who died protecting them, their names were dragged through the mud, spat on by the very people they bled for. All our glory turned into a sick joke. Every sacrifice twisted into treason. In the dead of a thunderstorm, I watched the bastard behind it all bleed out at my feet. But by then, I had become a monster myself, dripping with power, yet completely hollow inside. I fled to Melania, where I met Federica. Cecilia took me in when I was nothing but a beaten stray. I swore on my life I'd protect that home. But 10 years ago, I broke that promise. And once again, I was the one cursed to survive. Why? Why does everything I tried to protect burn to ash? Why am I always the last one standing in the ruins? That's why I pushed you away. Why I played the part of the cold-blooded merc. Why I kept looking for a place to die. I was terrified you'd be pulled into this hell with me. What is it? As you command. Good. I meant every word. Listen up! Last night, we fought one hell of a battle. We didn't just hold the line. We destroyed Daclia's prized Emerald Spring. From today on, no one dares underestimate the Thundering Legion. But last night was just the beginning. You've seen who we're up against. Daclia. I know why a lot of you joined up. To put food on the table. To provide for your families. Dragging you into my personal vendetta was never my intention. So right now, I'm giving you a choice. If you want out, step to the left. Take a heavy severance and go in peace. You can stay in Quinsburg, still under our protection. But your fighting days on the front lines are over. If you're staying, step to the right. But know that we're walking a brutal path of vengeance and rebirth. Once you cross that line, there's no turning back. Only glory!
I'm sorry, Commander. I've got a wife and kids waiting for me. I can't keep gambling with my life.
Don't apologize. Stay alive and look after your family.
You don't need to ask me twice. The day I signed up with the Thundering Legion, my path was already set.
It's been 10 long years, but what I'm fighting for hasn't changed.
Miss. No. Boss. I'm picking this side. I choose Cecilia. This kid kept us old-timers in the dark for way too long. I'm not ready to forgive him just yet.
Oh. So that custom blade you ordered from me wasn't a makeup gift for the General.
Hey, shut it! That's a completely different story. You're a real pain, you know that?
Boss, I have a request. I'm returning to Cecilia. But I want to stay here in Quinsburg. Like I told you before, I want to make sure the children of our old crew have a future where they actually get to choose.
Ironback, put your arm down. I just finished wrapping it.
You count the gashes on my back? All souvenirs from that wolf. That wolf cub's got real skill. If I hadn't been worn down from facing the general, I'd have fought him till dawn. What a buzzkill. Next time I see them, the general or the wolf, neither one's getting away.
You're just trying to make more work for me.
Hello? Alberto, are you all right? What? Okay.
What? You couldn't be bothered with an encrypted line?
It's perfectly safe. I'm going to dedicate myself fully to the research for a while. The remaining materials are scarce, so do not bother me unless it's urgent. But to be pushed this far, what a rare experience.
Why did you go, knowing the danger?
Silvio, you will never understand that hunger for the unknown.
Our losses are substantial.
The Thundering Legion didn't walk away unscathed either. They took casualties, and those desertions have left their ranks thinner. We still have opportunities. Before the meeting, I reclaimed the cargo ship, carrying the third-generation Emerald Tier. It should be in international waters by now, resupplying at the Gulf of Sidin. Silvio, hold the family steady. Have our royal partner clean up the mess at Crescent Port.
Sure. Got it.
As for the Deflavins and the Thundering Legion joining forces, that failure rests with you and Cesare. See to your own discipline.
Yes.
So, the Emerald Spring is really gone? That glowing green puddle he was so obsessed with just wiped off the map?
Correct. Taking half the island down with it.
Good. Blow it all to hell. Maybe now he'll finally drop it. Without those damn experiments, maybe he'll remember he actually has a family to run. That he still has a brother? For 10 years, I've been the one holding this family together, and he won't even look at me. He just stares at his damn test tubes.
I am afraid you are mistaken, Rosses. Alberto has done no such thing. On the contrary, having his supplies severed has only turned him into a cornered beast. I imagine he is tearing his laboratory apart as we speak.
Lunatics! Every one of you! And what about this Duchess de Flavin? I'll kill her! No, wait. I should talk to her. If she can force Alberto to abandon that island for good, maybe...
As for this Duchess de Flavin, this strike was not merely about cutting our revenue. It was meant to send a message. Does that strike you as the work of an upstart noble just chasing a quick profit?
You mean...
It is too early to draw conclusions. I will have her background thoroughly investigated. But if my theory holds, this board has just become infinitely more interesting. castling. The rook is pushed to the brink, just as the king stirs awake. Truly, a good match. This game is far from over. A chess master always has a backup plan. I look forward to our next encounter.
The manipulator's express delivery has arrived. I've seen it. A good location from Tyrant. Impeccable. And it's not my legion, but ours. It seems to retain the old manor's layout. There are many changes. Even if you don't formally restore the Cecilia name, once the new manor is complete, the title Duchess of Deflaven will inevitably be linked to Cecilia. By then, the Shadow World will be full of rumors. Starting today, the Thundering Legion formally pledges allegiance to the Cecilia family. Any objections?
None.
Before you stands the head of the Thundering Legion and the true blood of Cecilia. Pledge your allegiance.
Boss, my loyalty is yours.
Then raise your glasses.
Cecilia, to the cause we share.